Why did Clark attack you in the first place?
Because I was blackmailing him.
With what?
I found out he used to go by another name. Bennett Thompson.
How'd you know that Clark used to be Bennett Thompson?
Ow! Ow! Watch where you're going!
What is the matter with you? Watch where you're going. I think I'm developing a bruise.
You'll live.
Kelly, I have wedding photos to consider. How's it gonna look if I'm gazing at Dorian with a black eye? Is it swelling? I feel like it's swelling.
Find a mirror and you'll see you're fine.
Do you know?
Langston, is this young man going to be escorting you to the wedding?
I'm in.
Well, good. Go home, get into a suit.
Lang, we need to talk.
Really? What's there to talk about? I mean, I'm sure that you're just as thrilled as I am that Langston is moving on from that dreadful, vile Robert Ford.
Right, let's not talk about that, please.
Okay, but this young man, on the contrary, shows up here, actually comes to the door, mingles with your family, unlike, once again, that vile Robert Ford.
You know, it's funny because James is Ford's brother.
Clark already tried to kill me once. How do I know that if I blow his cover, he won't try to finish me off?
Give me something I can use, and he won't be able to get to you. Did you know Clark as Bennett Thompson before you came to Landview? Hey, come on, man. Help me get this guy off the street.
I'm so glad we didn't postpone the wedding, although we have to share our wedding day with Dorian and David.
Blair, I don't even care.
I do.
There were so many days before where I thought I'd gonna be a bachelor forever. Never thought I'd meet the right woman, but now that I have, I can't wait to see what married life is like.
I never met Clark when he was Bennett Thompson, and he never came out and admitted that he went by that name.
How'd you know about this other identity?
I had an affair with his wife.
Star, did you really need to do that? I was just telling the truth. Well, I didn't mean to upset you.
No, it's perfectly all right if this young man is indeed Robert Ford's brother. Then I ought to know. Now that I look at you, I do see the resemblance. Langston, I need to have a word with you.
No, you don't. James is nothing like his brother.
James almost got Star killed.
Dorian, can I have a word with you, please?
All right.
Thank you. Okay.
Wait, Star. Where are you going?
Look, I'll see you at the wedding. Or not.
Is that what you wanted? To make sure that Langston didn't have a date to the wedding?
I don't want Langston to get hurt.
No worries, Twinkle. I'm not the hurting kind.
Don't think you can fool me. You're only going out with this boy so that you can make his brother jealous.
It was a few years ago in L.A. I had just gotten out of film school.
So you met this woman in L.A.?
That's where Clark was living at the time, under the name Thompson.
But if you never met him, how do you know that Eli Clark and Bennett Thompson are the same person?
You're not asking for a paternity test for our...
Her name was Olivia, and she loved hooking up at their house. There were pictures of her husband in every room, all 20 rooms, actually.
So when Clark was in L.A., he had a lot of money?
No, the money came from Olivia. The woman was loaded.
You know, it's strange to think of you as never being married before. I mean, I wish I could say the same for me.
Well, I'm looking forward to the benefits of your experience.
Well, I'm gonna do things differently this time, that's for sure.
Oh, you've got that right. This marriage will be like nothing you've ever experienced before.
Are you still in touch with Olivia Thompson by any chance?
No, she ended it out of the blue. Disappeared.
What do you mean disappeared?
Well, I called, left messages, tried to track her down, and I couldn't. I even went to their house.
Were you scared if Eli answered the door?
No, I didn't care about that. But the place was deserted. It was like she vanished off the face of the earth.
You're on my case for trying to make someone jealous? What have you been doing with David for months?
We're not talking about me, we're talking about you. You're using Robert Ford's brother to get him back.
Why can't I just want to go out with him? I mean, James is a really nice guy. He's nice, smart, funny, hot. I mean...
He's Robert Ford's brother. Think. That's the man who used you and then threw you aside. How do you know that trait doesn't run in the family?
It's one date, and I'm keeping it, whether you like it or not.
So how'd you meet Clark's wife?
Well, like I said, I was in L.A. film school.
John, I need you. What's he doing here?
Police business, not now, Kelly.
You should really see this.
Yes, I know. Take a seat. I'll be with you in a moment. You were talking about how you met Clark's wife.
Yeah, well, one of my film school buddies got me invited to this opening at an art gallery. Olivia was a collector. Gorgeous, sexy as hell. We got to talking about this picture, and before I knew it, we were back at their place, lying on some very high thread count sheets.
Did she talk about Clark that night?
Yeah, you mean Bennett Thompson?
Right, Bennett Thompson.
Yeah. She talked about him too much. How great it was when they first met. And then it turned out that all he wanted was her money.
Well, let me talk to the boss. I'll call you right back. It's our realtor. They're dying to know what our decision is about that house.
Well, do you think maybe it's just a little too pricey?
It's a great investment, Blair, especially in this economy.
It's beautiful, but is it too big a house?
It's the ideal location.
I'm sorry to interrupt you two, but could I borrow your bride for just a moment?
What for?
Langston, she's still carrying a torch for that dreadful Robert Ford. Come on, I need your help. It'll only take a minute.
Take as much time as you need. I don't like that Robert Ford character. He's no good for our Langston or anyone else.
A big story, a huge scandal.
Clark here. You recognize him as the man in the photos in Olivia's house. When was that?
Well, David Vickers decided that he wanted a piece of my internet reality series, so we got this lawyer involved. The guy introduced himself as Elijah Clark, but I knew him to really be Bennett Thompson. I tried to call him out on it, but he denied it. And I said I'd go to the DA, the commissioner. That's when I knew he had something to hide.
And was willing to pay to keep you quiet.
Yeah. Listen, I was really desperate for some cash to get my brother away from our dad.
So you decided to blackmail him and almost ended up dead.
Yeah, and Clark said if I talked, he'd go after my brother, too.
Hey there. We weren't formally introduced. I'm Eli Clark. Something the matter?
Hey, did John tell you why we need cops standing outside our door?
Not really, but it has something to do with Hannah.
Hannah? Did she break out of St. Anne's or something? Is she coming after us?
You're not serious, right?
She's messed up, Cole.
Yeah, and she's also innocent. Look, it's true. She didn't do any of those things that you or your father accused her of. Not one.